Hello there, how are you doing? I was hoping that maybe we could have a little discussion about traveling with the family, packing, having everything you need, living a bit nomadic, right? You don't have to have everything figured out. You don't even have to have a little spot for every dongle. I just want to talk about how we can move smoothly through the spaces in our life, especially with family, we're raising kids, because before I had kids, it's like, what was I even doing with my time? I don't want to get into a lot of cutesy-wootsy organizing stuff in this video. I don't use a lot of that kind of stuff. My family rolls like mongrels. We're looking for gear that lasts and gear that works, okay? I don't want it to be cumbersome to use the gear that we're using daily oftentimes. Sometimes we're staying in places for up to a month or two, and other times we're staying with friends or something just for a little bit of time. What is constant in our life is the movement, and actually that's been really great for my family. I love being on a road trip with my family. I love being open and curious and interested in the world during a time of tremendous upheaval, confusion, right? Listen, let's just get this out of the way right now. I don't know how scared you're supposed to be, all right? You're gonna have to decide how scared you're gonna be of coronavirus for you and your people. So I'm here telling you just the tips and tricks that I've learned just traveling, staying alive, traveling with my family. Let alone how to think about the coronavirus. Don't look at it. Go talk to your doctors. Go talk to your doctors. Fauci knows what's up, doesn't he? Hit it, baby, come on, get in the car. If you don't know where you're going, then you don't know where you are.
In the Subaru Ascent, cause I won't pay rent. And I'm hanging with my friends, cause I don't love to pitch a tent. Pack it, hack it, don't forget a basket. Fit that shit, however, cause we all fit in a casket. We all fit in a casket. We all fit in a casket.
Put that shit on the roof of your car. You could go farther if you put it on the top bar. Put it on the top of your car with the toolie rack. I got a little toolie rack, I just screw it back. I'm just looking for things that I can throw in that I don't need to go in the back of the car. Things that are a little bit deeper. I tried to get a trailer, but this was so much cheaper. Okay, so all that to say, we have a toolie rack on the top of our car. It allows us to use our regular ass SUV, which we already had in our family. No upgrade to a van necessary. We fit stuff in the back, stuff in the top, and there's actually, in every car, there's a bunch of nooks and stuff. A mat, some yoga blocks, another pair of shoes. All right, so that's point number one. Maybe you can do this without purchasing a new vehicle, which has been doable for us because we've been A, staying with friends, or B, getting pretty good discounts on Airbnb or hip camps for longer term stays. Thank you, coronavirus. We're just traveling around, doing our part, helping our friends set up their Sonos. Seriously though, I do take a Sonos with me everywhere I go. This is the Sonos Move. It's a little guy. Sometimes it's a pain in the ass to connect to existing Wi-Fi. Sometimes it clicks right in. But point number two is if you're traveling on the road, you gotta be serious about background music, both in the car and at the place where you're staying. All right, let's talk for a second about in-car essentials. First of all, everyone's got a water bottle. My favorite water bottle right now is the Camelback Chute. This is my favorite water bottle because my mouthpiece is covered up. It's not running around picking up a bunch of shit as it goes, like those ones that you suck on. I can firmly close this up and I can throw it into a bag that doesn't have a water bottle holder. It fits in my car cup holder, right? There's a lot of important things. These are all the human interaction moments with something totally dumb and archaic like this. It's not dumb. It's considered. It's thought through. This one's plastic. My wife doesn't like to drink out of plastic. I like to see how much water's in my thing. My wife's really serious about metal and plastic, but I haven't let her convert me yet. You should probably not drink out of plastic. This episode is brought to you by the Camelback Chute. So everybody's got a water bottle, and we've got a water bottle refill in the car. We also have lots of snacks, okay? Now, we focus on things like grass-fed meat sticks, nuts, dried mangoes. I love bars, but nuts, fatty, like something that's actually gonna get them full. Meat sticks. I love, like, you know, the easy eating things, but I stay off of that crap stuff. Because why? Because it makes my kids go nuts. The quality of our minds is impacted by how impacted your colon and digestion are. And when you're in tight quarters with your kids, away from your norms, you're gonna notice it. Getting real here for a second. I mean, I've been trying to be real this whole time, but my little girl sometimes is like, Daddy, we need to go now. And I'm not pulling off the road. I'm not going to some rest stop. TP in the center console. For myself with an 11-year-old boy, I've got to have things like a skateboard, a bike, right? My little girl loves scootering right now. Make lots of stops on the way to check things out. Let the kids get some of their energy out. The world is beautiful. Another thing for in the car, stay off the iPad as much as possible. Like save that for emergencies. Why? Because it turns them into little Neros. I know you've seen this before. We play things in the car. Sometimes we have audiobooks on. Occasionally, emergency movies has saved my wife and I. So we're not like religious about that. But easy game is like just do a guessing game. Your kid goes like, all right, I'm thinking of something. Or you're like thinking of something. And they have to guess what it is. They have to ask questions, right? Is it in the car? Is it at our old house? Do we ever own this thing? Is it something that belongs to everybody? That's really... I hate it. I personally hate it. But my wife grew up with a family who played games and stuff. My family, we just watch TV. As a way of confession here, I'm actually making a much bigger point for myself and probably for a lot of you. The connection and the tone of the relationships of the people that you're traveling with will make more of an impact on your journey with them than, whether or not you have the right stuff in the car with you. Now, it's actually what you put in the car that matters so much, right? So let me walk you through what we carry with us. In my family, everybody has their own bag. One bag for clothes. You do not need to travel with a bunch of clothes if you're doing laundry as you go, which is what you'd be doing if you had a laundry back at home. So let's make sure that we think about laundry on the road. This is actually quite important because if you think you need to carry around an outfit for every day for 2 weeks, including, costume changes for the pool party and jammies and shit like that, like it's too much. When you travel much more minimally and every item in your clothing can work with every other thing, right? And you use a little Marie Kondo method of folding it up because you want to spark joy, you can actually get a lot of life in a very small amount of things in your bag, right? You can get into a ton of life without necessarily having to bring so much with you. I'll link below right now to an email resource on, wardrobe, organizing your closet type stuff. There's a little exercise you can do that adds, like, what else are you doing? Organize your closet. Changing your clothes and getting your clothes to a point where you love the items. There's not that many of them. They work really well together. That'll just change your life. Because, like I said in the beginning, what in this moment is lacking? What do you really need? What are you working on? Right? People, relationships, happiness, connection, right? Enjoyment, trust, love. These are the things that are behind the fear, right? These are the things that are behind the worry. Which isn't to say that there isn't real worry in the world. So everybody gets one bag for clothing. And at first we combined my wife and my baby girl's bag into one bigger one, but soon found it much easier to utilize car space with smaller bags, okay? Everyone also has a smaller day bag. I will link below to the Patreon video on my tech gear that I'm currently making. We also have a packable day bag which we can take on hikes and things like that. We use reusable bags for groceries because we travel with a minimal pantry from Airbnb to Airbnb. And this is a good one. This is my morning Elixirs bag. Lots of goodies in there. I'll link in the description below to a write-up of what's inside those. And then one more really important bag for me is this duffel bag that I will link to below. It's just a big duffel that I use for deeper storage, stuff we don't need to get to every day, extra toilet paper, herbs my wife has in bulk. We also have, for example, a beach bag, which ends up becoming our, one-stop shop in one bag. That's where the car key goes. Hey, where's the car key? I already know. My wife puts it in the same, we put it in the same exact spot every time, right? That kind of stuff. Roll. How you roll. This is the kind of thing that can really impact your relationship with your kids, the relationship with your spouse. When you're not so high anxiety, so stressed, you've got a very simple project you're working on in life. It's like the roll. Now, I want to talk about baskets. This might be a stupid idea to a lot of you, but for me, this actually changed a lot of my life. A basket does two things, all right? It gathers things together, things that just are loosely related to each other. It gathers, right? And then it also can sometimes not look bad just in a room, just hanging out like in the living room. In this basket, I have my Sonos Move. We also have this little guy talking about activities for kids. We have like sometimes a family day bag. I've got my Rumble roller, which I travel everywhere with because, you know, a little bit of cannabis and a personal massage on this thing, it'll change your life. You might look at the back of this car and think this is just terrible. It's terribly organized. Why don't we simplify things? The truth is, I've found that you can oversimplify, but instead I'm just gonna roll. We're gonna keep stepping into the chaos every day, the storm of events, right? More than anything else you'll learn here, it's that stepping into the storm of events, right? It's like, can you regulate your central nervous system while you're stepping into uncertainty with a little bit of hope and a little bit of hopelessness, right? Because this, like as Seth Godin says, this might not work out. That is the role. That is what I'm looking for on a daily life. That's what my creative projects need. That's what I'm looking for as I'm working with clients and customers. By the way, workwithchase.com. By the way, matterful.co. Get on the email list because we're about to cross 100,000 subs on this YouTube channel, which means we're going to do a big old giveaway, okay? If you're on the email list there, you will be entered to win. I'll put links to everything below. That's one way you can support this channel is by clicking links that I have below whenever I'm possibly able to. I use an affiliate link because then at no cost to you, it ends up supporting the channel. But you can also support me on Patreon, where I actually have a video I'm putting up on all the tech stuff that I travel with as a YouTuber, all my video gear, all my audio gear. What do I travel with every single day? Thanks to my patrons. While I got you here, I'll also recommend One Farm CBD. It's a really good farm producing really high quality organic CBD. I just dose a little bit. Like I said, my favorite thing for CBD is when you wake up like at like 2 in the morning or something like that, and you need to kick back to sleep. All right, so what have I not said? What have I not said? I've been traveling on the road for a while. The things that I have learned of basically the stuff that I've laid out here, okay? You've got to learn how you need to travel, okay? You want to do a bag for every person. We're traveling a little bit more minimally because we can do laundry along the way. The other thing that I think is really big is realizing that it's the relationships, you know? It's the relationships in our life that really affect how easy the days are moving. So taking care of your own mental health's a really big deal, but keeping your connection to your wife, your husband, your friends, whoever it is that you're with, maybe it's just chat rooms online. I don't know what you're up to. I'm a big boy raising kids. I wasn't a big boy before I had kids. They turn you into big boys and girls. So shout out to all my friends out there. Whether you got kids or not, whether you're on the road or not, you can still travel light, right? Because the baggage is in here, right? The baggage is in here. You're only allowed one bag. And by the way, you can't take anything with you when you go. All right, hopefully this was helpful. Please get on the email list at matterful.co to be entered to win in the giveaway. And it also is a way for me to reach out to you in the future. I almost never send emails on that right now, and I probably should. You'll be able to unsubscribe. We're not spammy. I've been an old school internet guy for forever. And the only reason why I'm still here is because I don't send any spams. And as we started, I shall end with a bit of an English guy, maybe spouting off some wisdom about this whole bit about stepping into the storm of events. The world is happening. Is it happening to you? Are you happening to it? Maybe it's both and. That's my favorite form of lovemaking. See you guys later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.